Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the UCL predictions in the round of 16. We've got 8 ties to get through, starting with Copenhagen against Man City. Now, this is, I would say, a pretty straightforward one. However, Copenhagen did pretty much finish second in their group. Bayern topped the group with Copenhagen finishing second, knocking out Galatasaray, Man United, which, to be fair, isn't a sort of straightforward thing to do. So I think they should be given huge respect. However, it is Man City, so I think it's going to be the end of the line for Copenhagen. I think, but it won't be an easy game for Man City for sure, especially the home fixture for them. If Copenhagen are away from home, if they defend well, I think they could get a goal. I think again, it's Man City. They were the last year's winners, and probably will go for the sort of trophy again, probably a semi-final finish for them, possibly minimum. So I think Copenhagen won't be a challenge at all. The next fixture we've got is RB Leipzig against Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid did go unbeaten in their group, 6 wins out of 6, so I think they breezed past Leipzig. Let's see, let's have a look where Leipzig finished. Leipzig finished second is with Man City in their group. I think both the defeats came to City in the end. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But I think, again, similar with Leipzig, they're a good side. Similar with Copenhagen as well, they're a good side. But against the Real Madrid team that have gone 6 for 6 in the Champions League this year, I just don't think they're going to get through. Second or third fixture, we have PSG against Real Sociedad. Again, it's another one where, to be fair, Real Sociedad did have a tough group because they had Inter, Benfica, and Salzburg. However, I think, and to be fair, I don't think PSG had a good Champions League display considering they finished second, and I expected them to finish top of their group with Milan and Newcastle. So they're two teams that coming out of two very, very good groups, with Sociedad coming up against Inter, Benfica, and Salzburg, and PSG coming up against Dortmund, Milan, and Newcastle. So very, very respectable groups. Having said that, I think PSG overall have the better quality. However, Real Sociedad have been on form better and they play better. PSG, I think it's a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to edge it PSG, but this fixture, I wouldn't be surprised if Real Sociedad go through because I think their play style is really good. I think the only difference is the quality level. I don't think there's too much between them. I don't think PSG play that well, particularly they're in a very easy-ish league. Like the French league isn't exactly the most competitive compared to the Spanish league, and I think Sociedad are doing really well this year. No defeats as well, considering how tough their group was. So again, like PSG, to be fair, the fact that like Milan, they drew with Milan, so Milan easily could have overtaken them in that group. So I think that one is a toss-up, but I'm gonna edge just PSG just purely because of their overall squad quality. Fourth fixture, we've got Lazio against Bayern Munich. Now, this one, again, Bayern Munich, relatively easy group in their standards, considering I would have expected Man United to finish second. However, it didn't. Galatasaray put up a good fight. Copenhagen put up a good fight, and they actually did really well against Bayern. Um, they fought hard, played well, and then you've got Lazio, who finished second in their group. Again, they should have finished second anyway. It was Feyenoord and Celtic who were basically Europa League quality at most. I don't think they Feyenoord because I think they played really well last year in the Eredivisie, so I think they did quite well last year. But this year, I don't think. I mean, Atletico Madrid cleaned their group, 4 wins, 2 draws. So I don't think they had a problem going through with that group. And Lazio, same again. They're pretty much a much higher quality than Celtic and much higher quality than Feyenoord. Lazio Bayern, this one it also could go either way, considering I've not been too convinced with Thomas Tuchel, but I think he's got enough to take them over the line past Lazio. It's not as close as the PSG Real Sociedad one. However, I think Bayern still pull through. So I've got Man City, Real Madrid. I need a shock in there, so I'm going to go Real Sociedad, even though I know PSG are going to go through, and I'm going to go Bayern. Next one, PSV against Dortmund. Now this one, I would argue even closer, considering how well PSV played last year and this year. Dortmund, I think they're a bit of a new look side since Sancho's arrived, and the fact that even they topped their group is astonishing. I didn't have Dortmund to finish top. I think PSG or one of Newcastle and AC Milan, considering how well they played last year as well. So again, it's a difficult one, but I think Dortmund's overall form this year has been very good, so I'm going to put Dortmund through. which leaves us 3 more fixtures. Inter against Atletico Madrid. Now, this one is... Ooh. Again, Inter are flying in the league. They're unbeaten away from home. Atletico Madrid are flying as well, even though, I mean, obviously, the La Liga at the minute is a bit skewed because Girona have just come out of nowhere and they've topped the group, top of La Liga, I think. But, well, they're in the top 2 at least. But Atletico Madrid and Inter is a very, very, very tough fixture. And it could go either way, considering into a finalist last year. But I've always loved Simeone's coaching style. I love the way they play. They don't play beautiful-ish football, but they get the job done. Results-wise, they're very, very solid. Well, in the last 5 years or so, Inzaghi's Inter, they play very good football. It was very attractive football, and they score goals. Good quality as well. It's tough. 3 wins, 3 draws for Inter in their group. 4 wins, 2 draws for Atletico, even though they had an easier group. It's tough. Considering they only conceded 5 goals, Atletico only conceded... Yeah, it's very close. This one could go all the way to extra time and penalties, I think, but I'm going to have to edge in Inter, considering they've gone to the finals. They know what to do. To be fair, Atletico have as well. Oh, that's a toss-up. That's a real toss-up. But I'm going to go Atletico. I think my gut says Atletico. As much as I want Inter to go through, but I think I'm going to go Atletico Madrid. Porto Arsenal. Now, this one's a very high interest for me, considering I just did an Arsenal video recently, and I, of course, am an Arsenal fan. I think, again, where did Porto finish? Porto finished second in their group, 4 wins, 2 losses, which isn't bad. Again, they were expected to go through their group. They had Shakhtar Donetsk, who kind of gave them only 1 win in it, to be fair. They were on 9 points, Porto on 12. Antwerp were destined to finish 4th. I don't think they only won 1 game out of 6. Barcelona, again, it's well, we will get onto them in a second. Started the season really well, but we'll get onto them in a second. So Porto Arsenal is a tough one. I think Arsenal had a Europa League group, so relatively comfortable. Having said that, I think we scored 16 goals, and I think only Real Madrid and Atletico scored equal to it or more. Oh, and Man City. Yeah, Man City with 18, Atletico Madrid with 17, and Real Madrid with 16. So only 3 other teams have scored more than 15 goals, including Arsenal, or 4, so for the 4 teams then. I think Arsenal go through. I think I'm pretty confident we get through Porto. It'll be tough. I think the away is... I'm glad we've got the away leg first, because I think our away performances have been far better than our home ones. But in the Champions League at home, we've been relatively really... At home, we've been very, very good. So I think, for sure, I think I can put Arsenal through. And it's not even a Arsenal bias. I genuinely think Arsenal have been really, really good. Especially our last 3 or 4 games in the Premier League. Beating Liverpool 3-1. Beating Palace 5-0. And then now beating West Ham away 6-0. If you haven't seen the highlights, go check it out. Which leaves our last game with Napoli and Barcelona, which I think I don't know what's happening at Barca at the minute. They're crashing. I don't know what's going on. Napoli, I haven't heard too much since they last won the league. Like, I don't think they've been as good. But correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't really watched much of the Serie A this year. I know now I watch the highlights here and there. But Napoli, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think, again, it's similar to the PSG Sociedad one. Like, Napoli play better. Barcelona have overall the more quality. So I'm going to have to put Barcelona, because I also do like Barcelona as well, even though Arsenal are my top favourite team. However, I think I'm just going to have to put Barcelona just. So that leaves us Man City, Real Madrid. Sure, I'm going to put Real Sociedad in, and I'm going to go for it. We need a twist in the Champions League. We always get one in the end. Bayern, Dortmund, Atletico, Arsenal, and Barcelona. So I've pretty much put all the away teams to go through. I don't think... Yeah, I've put all the away teams to go through in the round of 16 ties. So, again, these are the round of 16 ties. Let me know if you want to see the quarter-final, semi-final, and final prediction video as well. And, yeah, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I've put a suggested video either here or here for you guys to check out as well. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.